Oh, you motherfucker.
Wait a minute.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Good morning, America. It's your pal, Claudia. That's me. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to take a couple of breaths. Start y'all off a little differently today. Y'all take some breaths with me. Let's just breathe for a moment. I'm not certain what time it is for you right now as you're listening to this podcast. If it's in the morning, we got to start our mornings off right. If it's during the day, some assholes and pissed us the fuck off, we're going to have to breathe. Just to reset. It's 84 degrees outside right now in Georgia. And your girl isn't feeling so hot. So that's why I had to do a little breathing exercise. Because I woke up in the worst mood. And since y'all's my peoples, I'm going to let y'all know what's happening. I haven't felt this low in quite some time. I worked too hard not to. I had to channel my Angela Bassett as Tina Turner. Because I do. But today, I just had enough. And I want to be transparent about the valley moments us artists go through quite often. And, wow, I just heard God say to me, just because you're in the valley doesn't mean you won't find a stream of flowing water. Ha! Sorry, y'all. I just had a moment and I receive it. Woo. Oh yeah. Y'all, we be out here. We be out here hustling and bustling and feeling like we're steadily running the marathon and sprints, the 100-meter dash, getting no medals, but we still in the race. We still running in this race. We keep falling down and hurting ourselves, and we keep asking, when am I going to see the finish line? That's how I was feeling today when I woke up this morning. I've been auditioning, which I'm very, very grateful for. But the real part is I may be grateful for these auditions because a lot of people didn't get this audition or have not been auditioning for quite some time. So I recognize that and I'm appreciative, but I feel that I'm stuck on this level and I am anticipating the breakthrough to get to that next level, which is booking. People talk about, booking the room, and you're 500 out of 1,000. I'm just making up numbers. Who got the opportunity and you're being seen. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm being seen, but when am I going to be chosen? I want to be seen and chosen this time. So I went through a chain of thoughts where I began to believe that I'm not good enough. I've been pinned for projects. Most recently, I was pinned for a project. Or actually, they did an avail check. The casting director reached out to me directly. Like, they called me saying that she absolutely enjoyed my tape and was sending it out to the producers and the director, but wanted to make sure that I was available for the shoot days. And I'm like, HE double hockey sticks, yeah. Do you need me to be available today, ma'am? Because I can be ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. But as the story goes, a week later, I got the email that the powers that be decided on someone else, which happens a lot in this business. And I know that. And it happens to me often, a little too often. But this time I was just crushed. It's like someone took a wrecking ball and just demolished my hopes and dreams, because I really, really wanted this part. Like, it was a character I wanted to play. It's based on a real person. So I really, really wanted to play her. And it was a period piece. So this was a big deal for me. And it was at the time where I was starting to see the light in my career. And I was coming out of this rut. I was doing things differently now, and I was feeling really, really good about it as far as me tackling my auditions. And I felt like I was heading in a new direction, the right direction. And then they hit me with a "got him." I was like, really, Lord? This is what we're doing. But, I spoke with some friends about it, and they, of course, supported me through this and out of this. And just reminded me that, that yes is coming, and I am good enough. And my time for the world to see that I'm even better than just being good is near, and nothing that is for me will pass me by. And I get all of that. I'm not knocking the things that they was telling me, and I appreciate it, and I believe it, and I know it to be true. But you know what? Let me get really, really real with you. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that. Because, man, give me a new direction, preferably up. I was in the bathroom. I was on the toilet. I'm taking up after my aunt because, she always has her thoughts and prayers and praise work in the bathrooms. And I was just there, and I started bawling, and I was just like, Lord, I don't know what else to do. I've done all that I can do for me, and it just seems like it's not enough. Why am I being overlooked? And a lot of it is out of our control, so I don't want to focus on that. But I pray and ask God, can you mold me to be fitting and perfect in the eye of the beholders that are making the decisions? Make me perfect for that motherfucker. Anoint me to stand out, to finally be the one that they say yes to. So that's just how I was feeling. And I know that everything is going to be all right. It's always going to be all right. When I have these moments, I just have to purge these thoughts. I have to just get it out, just flush it out of my mind, because if I allow it to stay, it'll fester and it'll become something much darker. And that's not what I want. And I want to be honest in how I feel. And it's okay to feel this way because we're human. It's life. We go up and down. We fall 7 times, but guess what? We're going to get up 8 times. And then we're going to learn after each fall how to get up much quicker. So to those who are feeling like how I was feeling today, feeling like they're in the rut, let me sing these words to you. I gotta feel everything's gonna be all right. Oh, I gotta feel everything's gonna be all right. The infamous words by the legend David Allen Greer, by way of Martin. I'm going to be quoting a lot of Martin on these episodes, just so you know. And you know how I know everything's going to be all right, sugar? Because I deserve. What's that, Mama D? I deserve to be. I deserve to be. See, even though, I have my moments where I'm going through, you always got to find some reprieve from the unjust mental punishment, which in honesty, we're inflicting on ourselves. In the midst of the darkness, there's always going to be a light source. And so you have to seek out that life source and go to it, or else you're going to be consumed and overwhelmed. And I refuse to be overwhelmed. I don't give a shit what my situation says to me. This is what I say. Okay? I don't know if you can hear my sister. She's so damn loud. Whew. Okay. Now that I got that off my chest, I am clear. My energy is clean and I'm realigned. And now I can move on to the bad bitch mantra of the day. I will celebrate my victories before the war is over and will live like I already won. Okay? Okay. Now let's keep vibrating high, and I'm going to take a quick Moscato break. Y'all know me. And I'm going to get into these tunes. This is Claudia. Y'all keep it locked on Chopping It Up with Claude. Good morning.
They said I just got a bop, get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yo. If you go to church, I said get into it, yo. Like if she ain't got a butt, now forget get into it, yo. And I said I just got a bop, get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yo. If you go to church, get into it, yo. If she ain't got a butt, forget get into it, yo. Yeah, you just wanna party, you just wanna lap dance, you just wanna pop up on these cans like you the Batman. You just wanna ball out in designer with your best friends. You don't wanna talk no more about it in the past tense. Get me out my zone, I'm just talking comfort, shoddy. I ain't give you nothing, you got come for shoddy. I got plenty things, you make a run for shoddy. Call him Ed Sheeran, he in love with my body. Get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yo. If you go to church, I said get into it, yo. Like if she ain't got a butt, now forget get into it, yo. And I said I just got a ball, get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yo. If you go to church, get into it, yo. If she ain't got a butt, forget get into it, yo. Y'all need to get into the drip like a piranha. Y'all need to get into my drip like y'all need water. I mean, it's only hit the top of Balenciaga. I mean, y'all bitches better y'all like Ariana. If they ever tryna knock up, put my foot up in your cocker. Call your mama and your papa like I'm finna take a dada. Turn that bitch into a soccer ball and rock a. Get into it like a suit and fuck a stock up like a rocker. Get into it, yo. Hey, pop out with a truck. Get into it, yo. If you go to church, I said get into it, yo. Like if she ain't got a butt, now forget get into it, yo. And I said I just got a ball. Get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck. Get into it, yo. If you go to church, get into it, yo. If she ain't got a butt, forget get into it, yo. Thank you, Nikki. I love you. Got that big rocket launcher.
Give it to it, yeah, yeah. Give it to it, yeah. Gonna put the ball, give it to it, yeah. Do it, give it to it, yeah. It's like a rock star. I'm feeling this. Sorry, y'all. That song is my shit, you know. I'm about to come out with a bop and start hiccuping on the track. Give it to it, yeah, yeah. Give it to it, yeah. Look, all I need is a dope beat, and it's a bop. I mean, look at all the artists of today. They ain't got much to talk about. No intellectual bars that make you go, whoa, rewind that shit back. I got to hear that again in case I missed something. But no. And I say that with love and grace because they doing it. Now, I may not know what it is, but it's something. So producers hit me up. Y'all will bop to my track, right? Bruno, you bop to my track. See? Bruno said yeah. So Doja, put me on your remix, girl, because I'm ready. Matter of fact, you know what? Put that track on. We ain't playing with these motherfuckers out here. Rewind that shit back. Play that shit back. Run it the fuck back. Honey, you need to own the vibe and drop the issue. If anybody gon' huff and puff, give them a tissue. And he and she gon' be big mad. You just do you. And when they think you're unstopped, hit continue. Yo, if anybody tries to tell you that you cannot make it, just go point up to the sky and tell them what you got is saying. Ain't no bitches out there ever try to take away your blessing. Fuck a Twitter, fuck a Grandma, fuck whoever out there hating chop. Get into it, yeah. Hey, hey, don't fuck with me. Fuck y'all thought. Bitch. Triple threat out, yeah. I'm a triple threat out, yeah. I'm a triple threat out, yeah. So y'all better come up on this train, yeah. Fuck out of here. I love you. Oh, that was fun. I love that song. See, it already lifted up my spirits, and I'm on a bad bitch high. I don't need no CBD or ashwagandha or wait, no, I did not say that. Ashwagandha, ashwagandha. Yeah, my friends were telling me about this natural supplement, or it's an herbal treatment that has these range of benefits, such as reducing stress and anxiety, pain. And I was actually surprised to learn that it helps people with diabetes and epilepsy and blood pressure, so they say. Because I tried it one night and I had really, really bad anxiety. So I took one before I went to sleep. Took a nice little nap. And then all of a sudden I like jolted up out of my sleep as if someone turned on the switch and booted me up out of the bed. And my whole right side of my body was numb. Like I could not feel a damn thing. No lie. I really honestly, I thought that I was having a fucking stroke. Like literally, I was pinching my body, my arm. I couldn't feel anything. And so my body went into panic mode or told my mind to panic. It lied to me, told me to panic, which is what I did. And then I checked my blood pressure because I have a blood pressure monitor at home. And my heart rate was like in the hundreds. And my blood pressure was really, really high. And so I said, let me try to breathe through this. Let me breathe and try to control my body. And so I did it, and my heart rate was still up. My blood pressure was coming down a little bit, but I just got too nervous. And so I decided to go to the emergency room that night. And boy, when I tell you, they gave me some Valium. I was like, woo! Like that was the moment that I knew. I said, okay, I've been getting high with the wrong shit. I said, give me a doggy bag of that motherfucker. Pack me too. Okay. That shit had me waiting in the parking lot, waiting for the nurse to end his shift. Like, I'll show you a good time with some more value. Now I know why people get hooked on that shit. Like, seriously. Like, I had to go home and ask Jesus to say a prayer for me. Because I'm telling you, if I would have ran into that nurse. Now, I am not advocating for any kind of drug use at all. I don't want nobody to hear me and be like, okay, I need to go and try that shit. No, you don't. I am just telling you my experience, had the Valium, and it made me feel really, really nice. But I'm just going to stick with my CBD and my meditation and my breathing and my prayer. Because not every situation calls for the strong stuff. Because I am strong enough. Ooh, that's a song right there. You understand what I'm saying? And that's not to throw any shade at anyone who might find their lifesaver in a tequila bottle or whatever else. Nor is that to say that my little problems is something that I can easily overcome. I just count my blessings. I think it's important to do that because it puts things into perspective. And it gives me a sense of gratitude. And it reminds me that my problems could be far worse than what it is. I have clothes on my back. I don't have to scavenge for food or panhandle in the streets for change. I have money in the bank, a job that I can log into, grateful that I can work remotely, a family who loves me, a warm bed to sleep in at night. These are the things that we forget to be thankful for because we've been accustomed to having a warm bed, hot food, a couple of dollars to buy things with, so the importance of that has kind of like depreciated, if you will, in a way. But you better reprogram your mind to be even grateful for those blessings because not everyone can say that. Like seriously, look at the situations that are happening around in the world today. The protests and the uprising of the citizens in Cuba because their government never gave a shit about its people, about their people. I remember visiting Cuba. Beautiful, beautiful country, but it's poor. It's a poor one where having Wi-Fi is a luxury. Was in South Africa, touring South Africa. Having Wi-Fi is a luxury out there. They have hot spots where people huddle up and so that they can access the internet. But at any given moment, the government can shut that shit down for any given reason, wanting to be an asshole if they want to, and just shut it off. And no more internet. Now the people of Cuba are in the dark. Look at what's happening out in Afghanistan. The women who were beginning to find liberation have now been set back, and families are seeking refuge, trying to find a safe place to just breathe. Haitians trying to cross over to the land of the free, or so they say is what this country is, only to be chased off by patrols on horses, snapping their whips. Like, come on, y'all. How inhumane is that? All these people are just looking for a better life, who'd swap places with us, but we crying because we want to switch places with people who we believe are living a better life, right? So count your blessings, because things can be so, so much worse. Now, hear me clearly. I am in no way minimizing anyone's storm in their life. I'm not trying to do that. That is not my intention. We all have them. I just want people to hold their head up high, plant their feet in the ground, and trust that things will be all right. And yes, it takes more than just saying a couple of affirmations throughout the day and visualizing shit and creating a vision board and all that. What it takes is reprogramming your mind so that you can understand what true happiness is. There are people who have all the money in the world and are not happy, because money is not happiness. There are people who are flourishing in their careers, but still find that they are not happy. So then you hear that they switch careers and are doing something that seems so out of the ordinary and random. But then you find out that that was their passion all along. They just didn't go after it because of what their family said, or what they thought their family would say or think of them, or their friends, their network, whomever. Now, there's this woman on The Real Housewives of Potomac. Yes, that is my guilty pleasure. Don't judge me. Just pray for me. Her name is Wendy Osefo, and she's a Nigerian American political commentator and strategist, professor at Johns Hopkins University. So she is a very successful, beautiful, intelligent woman. But she's deciding to walk away from all of it. CNN and the university. She doesn't want to do it anymore. She wants to be an entrepreneur now and develop a home essentials line. Because of what? Why? She's no longer happy. The career that she's in no longer fulfills her. She feels like she's in a box and she no longer wants to be in that box anymore. She doesn't feel like she's herself. She wants to be happy being herself. And she's doing just that. And she's owning it and she's rocking it. I love her. So shout outs to the women of the Real Housewives of Potomac. It's really, really good. Better than Housewives of Atlanta. But anyway, and I want to stress too, because I hear and I see this a lot. So I want to stress that having a partner damn sure ain't going to define your happiness, or at least it shouldn't. And that just continues to solidify and confirms what happiness, true happiness, mean, and what it is. And it's more of a mental, and it's an emotional state of being, of feeling. So I begin to pay attention to become aware of when that feeling of happiness and joy kicks in and what is triggering it, so that I can continue it, Well, when I'm kicking it and laughing with my friends and my family, when I help someone to overcome something that they're going through, and being able to pour into their lives gives me a sense of joy, purpose. When I'm out hiking and taking in nature, when I'm at peace, turning off the noise, turning the outside noise off makes me happy. Playing with Bruno. I mean, he runs me down to the ground, but playing with Bruno makes me happy. Getting up in the morning, having my health in check, all of that makes me happy. When I'm in the kitchen cooking, I know my friends and families, their eyebrows are raised right now when I said cooking just now. Look, I knows my peoples. They out there listening like, look, I ain't say no sous chef. But I do find being in the kitchen brings me joy. It really does. Now I know what my mama and them been talking about. When you take that piece of meat or chicken and you season it real good, or I'll go out back, man, cast my reel, pull that fish out, fried, dyed, lay it to the side, red beans and gravy. I ain't too lazy. You know what I'm saying? Look, I told y'all I was going to be quoting Martin. Y'all better catch on. Shout out to Tommy Davidson. Oh my gosh, he was so funny. He was hilarious. But when I share that creation, when that meal is done and someone, they go, this is good. I go, whew. Like, yes, it's good. It came out good. That makes me happy. When I'm out traveling and expanding my cultural awareness, that makes me happy. Now, I may not be where I want to be in my life in terms of my career, but the fact that I'm still in it and I can watch a movie and hear a great story and see a great performance and that passion just lights up inside of me, that makes me fucking happy. Now, when you don't get the part, that booking, your job lays you off, that man or woman leaves you, fuck them. Chuck up the deuces. Get back on your bullshit and be happy. Because happiness cannot be lost. It can only be found. Now, let me say that again. I said happiness cannot be lost. It can only be found, and it can be found within you. So let me ask you, friends, what makes you happy? Seriously, no, what makes you happy? Because once you figure that out, nothing else will keep you down for too long. Seriously. So reprogram your mind, your subconscious minds. Can I be real with y'all? Like, really? No. I mean, a lot of y'all are harboring some old hurts and trauma that is causing you, baby, to not lift and take off. Ma'am, sir, your baggage is over the weight limit. You're going to have to let some things go. Let some people go. Now, I've been reading and studying the universal laws, and it helps me to think differently now. Like I'm training my mind to think differently. You know, just as I train my body, I have to train my mind too, so that I don't succumb to negative thoughts and bask in them. Because you know, misery always wants to party. Well, that bitch ain't RSVP in the mind. And none of... No. Bitch, you're not welcome here no more. No. Oh, you're not welcome here no more. 'Cause you make me crazy, and I ain't got time for that now. I tell you what I do got time for. Singing, 'cause that makes me happy. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Just find what makes you happy and release the things that don't. Okay, sugar? All right. Because I just really want y'all to win. I do. I want you to fight. I want you to have faith. I want you to believe. Really, really believe. Because your future self is counting on you. And because... I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. Oh, I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. Be alright. Be alright. Oh, be alright. Y'all sing the second verse with me. Holy Ghost done told me everything's gonna be alright. Oh, Holy Ghost whisper. that told me everything's gonna be alright. The Holy Ghost, he done told me everything's gonna be alright. Be alright. Be alright. Be alright. Well, alright. Hallelujah. Yes, Jesus. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Everything's going to be all right, y'all. It really is. But speaking of finding happiness, this podcast series, I forgot to mention this, is a newfound joy of mine. It makes me happy. You know, I actually had 3 dreams this month that Charlemagne the God was mentoring me, and he had me on his radio show. So I don't know if that's God trying to tell me. Let me take that if back. Verbiage. God is you trying to tell me something, and I'm listening, I'm hearing, I'm gonna do my part, and you gonna do the rest. Okay. So Charlemagne, if you out there listening, because he's doing actually some exciting things. He's getting them deals. He has about 3 or 4 shows running. I mean, that's amazing. Shout out to him, really. You know, so come holler at your girl, because I got something that I want to tell you. Or if anyone's out there who's listening, who knows Charlemagne the God, share this message with him. Tell him, come holler at me. I got something that I want to tell you. I also want to shout out Sean May for being an avid listener. Sean May out there. He's really, really been supporting me, and I appreciate it. And he's actually a monthly supporter. Thank you so much for being my monthly supporter. I really, really do appreciate it. You know, you like me. You really, really do like me and my show. And I promise to deliver for you every single time. If anyone else would like to be a monthly supporter or one-time supporter, no matter the amount, you can visit claudianellmccoy.blog to find out how. And it doesn't just have to be financial support, though it would help. Get me up off this EBT budget to that Social Security budget. We could do that, because some of them be making more money a month than I do. You know, let's. But anyway, look, I'm just trying to move on up to the east side. You know, to that deluxe apartment in the sky. I said I'm trying to move on up to the east side so I can finally get a piece of that pie. Because of
Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bat. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that. We're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
I know y'all like, please stop, no more songs. Look, I'm in a great mood now. I done shifted my mindset while paying homage to some of the greatest characters on television and giving the actors who played them their flowers, you know, like Martin and Reverend Leon Lonnie Lou. Varnell Hill, Did You Miss Me? George and Wheezy, Florence, Kunta Kinte, all of them. Look, I'm just having a good
Anytime you need a payment,
I'm sorry, that's sure the most ghettoest theme song ever. Anytime you meet a payment, it's a good time. Oh gosh, shout out to JJ. JJ Florida, James Michael, and Thelma and them. And can't forget my main girl, Malona, and Bookman, Buffalo Butts. Classic television. Dynamite. It is one of my favorite shows, so I just had to shout that series out. They don't make comedies like they used to, sitcoms. Anyway, thank you so much for your support, Sean May. May you be blessed back tenfold, and I mean that. Guys, but you can also show your support by simply subscribing and leaving a review on my YouTube page. That'll be very helpful. Spread the love with your friends. It's the Brooklyn way. You can also follow me on Instagram at Chopping It Up with Claudia or on Twitter at ChoppingWClaudia. I know. I know. Twitter old bitch ass wouldn't let me fit the whole title in. Don't limit me. Stunt on my name. And for God's sake, let me edit my goddamn tweets. It's 2021, damn it. Shit. Yes, so you can hit me up on Twitter, tweet me your questions, or hit me on Instagram. I want to do a new segment where you can hashtag Ask Claudia anything, and I do mean anything. No matter what it is, it shall be answered. And I bet you I'm going to put my foot in my mouth. But I said it, no taking it back now. I am a woman of my word. So let's get to it. Tweet me, Instagram me your questions, and I will answer it on my show. Bruno, what you doing? Bruno back there breathing mad hard. Got me worried for a second. But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. I'm going to wrap this up. I hope that you got something from this episode today, because it was just about me being transparent about what I'm going through. As I'm speaking to you, I'm also speaking to myself. So these are some things that we can do together, because if you want to go fast, then go alone. Take your bitch ass and go on alone. But if you want to go far, go together. I'm going to have Llama and King Chung take us out of here, reminding you all to love yourself.
And that's just how it goes.
I'll chop it up with you guys next time. I heart you for listening. Das vidanya.
Yeah, and that's just how it goes. Yeah, and sometimes you fall, but you got a long road. Yeah. Don't let it stop your heart. Yeah, I know them scars hurt hard, but they always tend to heal. And as time moves on, don't let them demons hold on. Yeah. Just love yourself. Yeah. Just love yourself. Yeah. Just love yourself. Yeah. Just love yourself. Yeah. If I see misery inside of you, then please just let me be. Yeah, I love my life with all its ups and downs, but I don't need your company. Yeah, I know it makes you sick. I never needed you to be on my shit. You're coming to reality, but losing your grip. You used to be on point, but now you're starting to slip. I'm just trying to build a throne. Yeah, I can't do that with a broken home. Yeah, I keep the focus, I stay in my zone. Yeah, if it ain't love, I'd rather be alone. Yeah, voices in my head speak as loud as my strong, telling me you gotta get yours before it's gone. You been riding around in circles way too long. You broken and you up, it's the same old song. It's the same old. I'm hungry for some more, that's what I'm on. Yeah, I know you hear it in my tone. Lost kind of all the flights I've flown to get my dreams from sitting riding in my dome. And that's just how it goes. Yeah. And sometimes you fall, but you got a long road. Yeah. Don't let it stop your heart. Yeah. I know them scars hurt hard, but they always tend to heal. And as time moves on, don't let them demons hold on. Yeah. Just love yourself. Yeah. Just love yourself. Yeah. Just love yourself. Yeah. Just love yourself.
Without commitment, you will never start. That's what sets me and you apart. More importantly, you gotta stay consistent. If you don't, you stop and never finish. I done been around in the background, stayed down till my time, had to hold it down. Now the world gon' hear my sound all over the town. Learned a lot over the years, it was so profound. Be sincere with yourself. Life is too short to be anyone else. You need to first find the love in yourself before you could truly love someone else. I know how it feels, be sincere with yourself. Life is too short to be anyone else. You need to first find the love in yourself before you could truly love someone else. I know how it feels.
And that's just how it goes. Yeah. And sometimes you fall, but you got a long road. Yeah. Don't let it stop your heart. time moves on. Don't let them demons hold on. Yeah. Just love yourself, yourself, yourself. Yeah, 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 yeah, yeah. It starts with you. It starts with you. Find a light inside you. Stormy weather's not new. The stormy weather's not new. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It starts with you. It starts with you. Find a light inside you. Stormy weather's not new. Yeah. Cloudy weather's not new. Yeah, yeah.